My beautiful bull gang, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your November 2020 reading. I hope you guys are well, and if so, let me know down in those comments down below. As always, these readings are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All that information will be linked down in the description box down below. Welcome into my Taurus gang. I hope you guys are well, and let's see what we got going on for November 2020, alright? Messages for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout November 2020. What do we got coming through for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout November 2020. What do we got going on? Messages for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout November 2020. All right, my beautiful bull gang, let's get this one last shuffle and let's take a look and see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Let's take a look. All right, Taurus, the overall energy for you guys here is going to be the Six of Swords. So you can be connecting possibly here with an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Your current energy is going to be the Three of Pentacles. The person you're dealing with is the Seven of Swords, and the outcome that's present, is going to be the Two of Wands. So taking a look at the situation at hand, there is some sort of deceptive energy that's kind of floating around here in November. Now, this could represent a person that you're dealing with, right? This could be a friend, family member, lover. This could even be a coworker for some of you. So take it how the situation applies to your day-to-day life. But with your overall energy to your current energy, Six of Swords to the Three of Pentacles, you're working very hard to get out of a situation, okay? So you're probably working very hard to get out of something that's deceptive. So for some of you Tauruses, you may currently be in a relationship that you find deceptive and you're really working overtime to get yourself out of that situation. For others of you, it could have a lot to do with your job, you know? You may have a job during this time that is kind of like your only source of income, but at the same time is not doing you good, doesn't have your best interest ahead, okay? So some of you guys there may be feeling stuck, because what I'm seeing overall in this reading is you feeling stuck, kind of consumed by some sort of deceptive situation, and you trying to work your way out of it. As for the outcome that's present, you got here Two of Wands. It's more of like, which path do I take? How do I get out of this deceptive situation with not causing a lot of harm to any parties, without causing any sort of harm to myself? How do I get out of this harmoniously? Is kind of what I'm seeing coming through. So what we're going to do here, Taurus, is I'm going to go ahead and take a look at who you're dealing with. I'll take a look at how they feel towards you and what's going on with them throughout November 2020. Then I'll take a look and see how you feel towards them, what's going on with you throughout November 2020. We'll see where energies align, and then we'll go ahead and see the outcome, okay? 1 second. Thank you very much. So, real quick though, before we get into that, let me clarify the Seven of Swords. Why do we got the Seven of Swords showing up for who Taurus is dealing with? Okay, and we have here the Strength card. Could possibly be a Leo. Not very descriptive in what it is actually telling me, but the Strength card usually represents somebody who's holding back on something. For some of you, your job may be holding back on what you deserve to be getting paid. Just throwing that out there for some of you Tauruses. You may be working a lot of hours in a certain job and they may not be giving you the money you deserve. So be mindful of your paychecks, guys. Really random message, but be mindful of your paychecks. For some of you, your boss or your jobs may be stealing money from you and you're not even aware of it, especially with the amount of hours that you're putting into said job. So please be mindful of that. Definitely check your financials. Make sure nobody's taking from you during this time, okay? Because I know with pandemic and everything, you know, money's something that is of significant, importance for a lot of people right now. So be mindful of where your expenses are going to, okay? Just had to throw that out there. All right, let's get into it and see what we got going on. In regards to the person Taurus is dealing with, how does this person feel towards Taurus and what is going on with this individual throughout November 2020? How does the person that Taurus is dealing with feel towards Taurus? And what is going on with this individual, please, throughout November 2020? First card out, we have here Knight of Wands, okay? We also had a jumper come out, and that is the King of Wands as well. When I see this powerful combination, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, it's always an energy that can't 100% be trusted. And considering that the person you're dealing with came out as the Seven of Swords, they don't seem like a very trustworthy person or source either way. But the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands always represents some sort of temporary establishment. So someone here is temporary, okay? So if you're in a relationship with somebody, they may have temporarily planned to stay. If this is an employer, maybe they temporarily plan to employ you. But I am feeling this energy where whoever you're dealing with here, it feels to me like the way they're behaving is almost to kind of drive you away. Let's get into this further. We have here 10 of Cups, we have here 10 of Swords, we have here the Justice card, and we also have here the 3 of Wands. Very interesting. So, taking a look at who you're connecting with here, the 10 of Cups to the 10 of Swords is speaking to me because it's not about you. I think whoever you're dealing with lost somebody they really loved. And for some of you here, that could have been physically, but I don't think that's the case. But whoever you're dealing with, they lost someone they loved. So most likely they were in some sort of relationship with someone and that relationship fell apart. And when that relationship fell apart, they were looking for someone to bring them balance. They were looking for someone to kind of help them out, kind of numb over the pain that they were dealing with. So Taurus, I kind of feel like whoever this person is you're connecting with, they found you after they got out of a very hurtful situation. Okay, some sort of ending in their life occurred. Their emotional fulfillment was gone. The person that they loved the most walked out. Okay, excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my throat today, Jesus. And with that all being said, you know, it caused this person to kind of get into a very lonely place. And that's why I feel like there was a temporary establishment. Remember how I said that before? Knight of Wands and King of Wands. I think the person you're dealing with kind of looked at you as someone that's temporary, you know, a temporary connection to fulfill them, a temporary connection to kind of fix them until they felt good again. All right. So your person here was trying to heal through finding some other connection, and that person happened to be you. But I feel like there's a lot more to the story than just this. Okay. So regardless, that's where the deception came from. Whoever you were connecting with, it's not like they were looking for something long-term with you, but they may have promised you that they were looking for something long-term. So they came into the connection with you with the wrong type of intention. You know, they didn't come into you, they didn't come into this connection with the intention of wanting to have it be the end-all be-all and really see where things go. It's like they came into this connection with the intention of, I just want to numb my pain because I'm hurt, you know? And hurt people tend to hurt people. So in regards to what's going on with your person here throughout November 2020, let's take a look. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout November 2020. What's going on with the person that Taurus is dealing with throughout November here? We got 2 of Swords, we got Page of Wands, we have the Sun card, and we have the Fool card. So it kind of feels to me like whoever you're dealing with, remember how I said 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords, you know, they got heartbroken because their emotional fulfillment has left them. So most likely, there's 2 kind of scenarios I'm seeing here, okay? The person you're dealing with, Taurus, could have been dating someone, and that person could have moved on from them. And if that person moved on from them, that's what left them to be heartbroken. Now, for other of you Tauruses, the person you're dealing with might have had something happen in their life that made them feel not very fulfilled emotionally, so they were looking for something that could heal the pain. Regardless, the message is that the person you were dealing with was looking for something that could mend their pain, which happened to be you. Now, looking at this in November, it kind of feels to me like the person you're connecting with is not getting enough dopamine from anything. Like, it feels to me like at first when they had this connection with you, they could get that dopamine rush, they could feel better, they can numb their pain. But now it looks like they're looking for any kind of outlet they can get in order to make them feel good, to make them feel secure. So your person here is looking for a dopamine high. And I'm not saying that whoever you're connecting with here is doing drugs physically, but love can be something that's known as a drug. So Taurus, who you're connecting with here as well, they could possibly be unfaithful to you throughout November 2020. The Fool card is usually somebody that could be represented as someone who's sneaking around, especially with the Sun card here. So they could be trying to find happiness with other people. They could be sneaking around with other individuals because sometimes love can be a drug, okay? Just like lust can be a drug. So it feels to me like your person here is basically very unhappy, and they're looking for any sort of stimulus to be able to make them happy. That's essentially what's happening, you know? And with the 2 of Swords here to the Page of Wands, you know, this is their choice. This is their doing. This is their bidding. This is what they want to do. Instead of actually addressing the problem that they need to fix, they're looking for ways to numb the pain, ways to numb the problem, ways to just not pay attention, you know, to what's actually going on in that current moment. So let's take a look here on your side of things, all right, Taurus, and take a look and see what's going on with you. How does Taurus feel towards the person they're dealing with, and what is going on with Taurus, please, throughout November 2020? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout November 2020, how does Taurus feel towards the person they're connecting with, and what is going on with Taurus, please, throughout November 2020. First card out, we got here the Lovers, okay? You definitely had a connection to this person when you first met them, and you were going into this connection with the intention of falling in love with the person you're dealing with. Now you're acknowledging that that love is gone. And I think that's on your side of things. You don't really feel the love you once felt with the individual you're dealing with. So, part of me feels, Taurus, that you were picking up on this person's deceptive behaviors as well, without even talking about it or discussing it with them. Yeah, Knight of Cups here. What's the next card? Temperance. Yeah, Taurus. It's almost like you were in love with this person when you first met them, right? You were connected to them. But over time, you started realizing, yeah, it's starting to change. Our connection is starting to change. Our dynamic is starting to change. And with the Knight of Cups to the Temperance card, this is kind of you realizing, I don't know if this person's the one for me. And also, why are they distant lately? Why are they acting different? Why are they being weird? I feel like you were very suspect of this individual, like almost a part of you knew that they were communicating with other people or looking for happiness in other areas. By the way, I don't know if you just saw that orb fly by. Today, I've seen at least 20 freaking orbs in my videos. I don't know what's going on with the spirits in my house today, but they want to go say hi to everybody. But as I was saying, Taurus, yeah. So a part of you was kind of sus about their behavior. So I think that the love that you had for them or the connection that you had with this person was kind of short-lived on your end too. So they came in here for temporary love. You came in here for genuine love, but you kind of in the end realized that, hey, this is kind of temporary for me too because I'm not too sure how much I really feel for this person. We have here 4 of Swords and we have here 6 of Wands. So yeah, in the beginning of the video, Taurus, we had the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. You know, you were looking to escape the deception. You were looking to escape this person and to move forward, right? So, essentially, that's exactly what seems is going to be happening here. 4 of Swords, 6 of Wands. It looks like you're getting ready to move on from the person you're dealing with. And the person you're dealing with here, I don't even think they're knowing what they're doing because they're just looking for happiness any place they can go ahead and find it. Anywhere that gives them a dopamine rush is where they're going when it comes towards connecting with individuals so that they can continue to numb their pain. The thing about Taurus is that you guys are a lot more intuitive than you get credit for. And I'm going to give you that credit because I know a lot of Tauruses that are intuitive as fuck. And I think you guys kind of knew, once you started feeling like I'm not feeling this person anymore, you knew it was for a reason. Because I'm feeling like you guys picked up on their behavior. You picked up on how they need to have this security all the time. They need to have this happiness all the time. And Taurus, you guys are naturally just fucking chilling. You're doing your thing. Tauruses know how to take care of themselves. They also know how to take care of other people, but you could kind of see the red flags with the individual you were dealing with. You could kind of see that they were off. You could see that they were unhappy. And you knew that it didn't directly have anything to do with you. It wasn't derivative of you, and you were aware of that. So that's why I feel like the connection was becoming more and more and more short-lived on your end because you started seeing the red flags regardless. You weren't getting fooled by this person. You kind of started seeing that they were taking advantage of the situation. You could see that they were broken and they were looking for someone to fix them. That's what I'm seeing here. So I think you kind of figured it out early, Taurus, and that's what makes you want to walk away. I don't think that you necessarily feel guilty for walking away from this person, but at the same time, I think you do care about them enough to the point where there is a part of you that worries. Not too sure about that, but we'll take a look. Regardless, though, 2 more cards for your feelings. We have here Queen of Pentacles, and we have here 8 of Swords. At the end of the day, this person never made you feel security, which was another red flag that you saw. And Queen of Pentacles. When it came towards you wanting to spend quality time with them, it felt like this individual was never available. It felt like they never made time to do what you wanted to do, but when they needed you, you were always their knight in shining armor. So I think you could tell that this person was kind of using you for that extra comfort that they needed, that extra support that they needed. You became very aware of that. Therefore, that's why I think it was very short-lived on your side of things, okay? Now, in regards to what's going on with you, Taurus, throughout the second half of the month, let's take a look. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout November 2020. How does Taurus feel? Or I'm sorry, what's going on with Taurus, please, throughout the rest of the month of November? Wow. These are some major shifts, guys. Jesus. So we got here Ace of Cups, we have here 5 of Cups, we have here Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have here the Tower. So, yeah, I think you acknowledged it. You picked up on this very quickly, that the person you're dealing with wasn't coming from a super genuine place. So once you realize this connection's short-lived, you are going to let go of this love. It is going to be a little disappointing for you guys in November when you let go of this person, because a part of you wanted this connection to be something real, but you basically realized, hey, would I rather be with somebody that actually loves and cares for me, or be with somebody that kind of uses me to numb their pain? I think the right answer, and the answer that you would choose, is to be with somebody who's genuine, to be with somebody who's authentic, and to be with somebody who's stable, right? And it has nothing to do with this person's instability. Tauruses are not one to judge. You're not judging this person for whatever it is that they're going through. But you want somebody that's going to be stable with you when it comes towards love, and somebody that actually wants to be a part of your life, you know? So that's what we're seeing here so far. Now, in regards to where energies are aligning, please, between Taurus and the person they're connecting with, let's take a look. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout November 2020, where energies aligning, please, between Taurus and the person they're dealing with. We got here the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment. The Wheel of Fortune is that you want things to change. You also want this cycle to close out. So you are looking entirely to move on from this person. And I think you're having trouble breaking the news, and I'm not too sure why. That might be vice versa. Maybe that's the person you're dealing with having a hard time trying to break the news, but for some reason that came up. So if it doesn't resonate to you, remember guys, anything that doesn't resonate in the reading, don't apply it to your life. Only apply what genuinely resonates to you. But the Wheel of Fortune, Taurus, is like, I want things to change. I want to end this cycle. I want to end this connection. I want to move forward. And I want to have someone else take a chance on me that's going to provide me with what it is I actually want. A stable relationship, a person that is looking for something long-term, a person who really wants to get to know me and to value me and to love me, right? So you want real love, true love, not this kind of manipulative form of love, right? All right, so as for the overall outcome between Taurus and who they're dealing with, let's take a look here throughout November 2020. What is the overall outcome, please, between Taurus and the person that they are dealing with? We have here Two of Cups, and we also have here Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that you're recognizing a common theme. The person that you're dealing with, as well as yourself, both want to be loved. You both want emotional fulfillment. You both want to be cared for, but the two of you are meant to go on different paths. That's essentially what it is. Like the Ace of Pentacles is basically saying the both of you want to have this opportunity, but it's not the opportunity for the two of you. Five of Swords. You know, we also had the Tower card come out too. It's not the opportunity for the two of you. It's that you both are meant for different people. So this person came into your life at a time where you were looking for love, Taurus. And the reason they came in is because they were looking to numb pain. So the both of you were on two different vibrations when the both of you met each other originally. And the both of you had two different intentions when you guys entered this connection and this relationship. So that's why there was no longevity. That's why there wasn't a relationship here that was working out. You know, essentially you're meant for someone else, they're meant for someone else. The thing about the person you're connecting with though is that they have to eventually realize, you know, they keep looking for dopamine in all these other places, happiness in all these other places, but eventually they're going to come to the realization of, yo, nothing else is fulfilling me. I can't get that dopamine rush anymore. I can't find happiness outside of myself anymore. And they're going to have to learn to go within and realize that they can't rely on anything else but themselves for happiness. So, you know, the person you're dealing with, they're going to have to learn self-love. They're going to have to learn how to fulfill themselves. They're going to have to learn how to be whole and complete in who they are. Because right now, they're trying to become complete by having something else complete them or someone else complete them. And that's where they're going to remain hurt. So the only time they're going to grow is when they realize that lesson. Now, in regards to you, Taurus, I really feel like you saw through the BS really early in the connection that the both of you had. You started noticing how this person was off. You felt a little bit of a deceptive energy. For some of you, you might have felt like this person was talking to other people behind your back. They were being suspect. You know, you kind of saw that this connection didn't really have longevity. You just felt it. You know, your intuition was spot on, right? You just felt like, yeah, I don't know. There's something off about this person that I'm connecting with. And, you know, at one point you were totally obsessed, totally invested, and then something just switched. You know, your intuition was telling you, this isn't it, this isn't the person, there's something wrong. And then eventually you're going to find out what's wrong, okay? Now keep in mind, Taurus, if this person here doesn't tell you what's going on, I told you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for happiness in everywhere else but within themselves. And that's the cycle they're going to be stuck in until they break free from it, you know? So in regards to you, you basically got yourself out of a connection that wasn't necessarily going anywhere, which is a rather positive thing. And at the same time, you know, Six of Swords, you're moving on to a different path. And that's something that's positive too, because you did not deserve to stick around with this person. You deserve so much more, Taurus. And I hope you know that, which I think you do. Okay? So yeah, this is you being free from a deceptive connection that you don't need to be involved in the first place. Now, what is going to be the best advice for Taurus here throughout November 2020, please? The best advice for Taurus. We got here Four of Pentacles. We got here Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords, the Devil, and then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. Good. This is what I like to see. So Taurus, taking a look at these energies coming through, Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. The Four of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups is about making sure that you're protecting yourself when it comes towards investing into people romantically. So continue trusting your intuition. Your intuition was right about this connection. Make sure you're still focusing on using your intuition in the future connections that you have. But ultimately, the Four of Pentacles is not telling you to be emotionally unavailable. What the Four of Pentacles is telling you to do is to keep your guard up until you feel comfortable with being vulnerable with somebody, okay? So just make sure moving forward, while you're meeting people, while you're meeting love interests, that you're getting to know people first before you enter into a connection with them, all right? So just be a little more cautious in that aspect. But also, you know, the Devil card here and the Nine of Swords, as well as the Seven of Pentacles, make sure that you're going to be in a position moving forward, Taurus, where you let go of anything that's negative, okay? Remember, where our attention goes is where energy flows. So for some of you Tauruses, I think this is why this message is coming up. Some of you Tauruses might see this reading, and you might think it's a negative reading, right? And you may think, wow, this reading sucked, and, you know, this was trash, this was garbage, you know, this situation that I was dealing with sucked, it was stupid, it was a waste of my time. Remember that when you look at things negatively and when you invest into things with a negative mindset, you will always get a negative return. So I think Spirit kind of wants you to take this reading in a more positive perspective. What is the positives that came out of this reading? Well, you're not with a trickster. You're not with the Seven of Swords anymore. You're actually free from that. And also, you kind of come forth with the clarity of recognizing there was nothing wrong with you and everything was kind of wrong with them and they got to work on themselves and fix themselves. And this person here kind of used you as a scapegoat. Now, yes, did they use you? Did that suck? Of course. But at least you're free from it. At least you don't need to be surrounded by it any longer. And at least you recognize it wasn't your fault. There wasn't anything that you did wrong, except try to be a person with an open mind and an open heart. So try to make sure that you're looking at the situation from a positive perspective, because there are positives that are within this situation. The more that you focus on negativity, the more that you attract negativity. So remember, Taurus, be grateful for the fact that you had the experience, because I'm a firm believer that every experience we had was meant to be. And then let go of this experience as it no longer serves you, so that better experiences manifest and come your way, because there are always things to experience on this motherfucking planet, okay? So there will be another chapter in your life where someone new comes along, a new lover manifests here, and we'll see who that person is next time when they come around. But for any of you Tauruses that resonated with this situation, the person you're dealing with here, very, very much so, doing everything that they can to find happiness outside of themselves, and they're not going to find it until they look within. So unfortunately, you did eventually end up getting, you know, kind of used by the individual you were dealing with. But I think you picked up very quickly that you were being that. And I don't feel like you're heartbroken here, Taurus. I just don't. I just feel like you wanted to get out. You just wanted to move forward. And that's totally okay, because that's exactly what you're going to be doing here. All right? So Taurus, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Have an awesome and amazing rest of your November, guys. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you guys later. Much love, my bull gang, and have yourselves a good one. Peace. Take care, guys.